You're watching Sunday Sports Wrap on WCIA 3 News.
Illinois men's basketball wore UVA strong warm-up shirts in memory of 3 Virginia football players that were recently shot and killed. The team also kept a banner behind the bench with the players' numbers on it. The Illini are in the championship against Virginia, hoping to get the golden belt for the Continental Tire Main Event. And it's 12-11. Illini, RJ Melendez with the 3. After a tough night Friday, he feels it early to give the Illini their first lead. 16-14 UVA. Kai Clark with the 3 for his 10th point midway through the first half. But Illinois now with the lead, 24-21. Defense turns into offense. Terrence Shannon Jr. with the steal to Sincere Harris for the layup. He's been a spark plug coming off the bench both games for the Illini. 28-26 ILL. TJ to Melendez. And he's going to go in for the dunk, and it's going to be back and forth, throughout the first half. But Illinois leads 31-29 at half. 35-31 UVA. Caden Shedrick with a huge dunk, 6-0 run to open up the second half for the Cavs. Illinois going to have to call a timeout to regroup. 47-45 UVA. Coleman Hawkins with the 3 brings it to a 2-point game. But 53-47 UVA. Armin Franklin, back-to-back buckets. The former Indiana Hoosier gives the Wahoos a lead up to 6. But not for long. Jaden Epps hits 2 big threes to tie it up, 53-53. The freshman coming in off the bench, and it's going to be a tie game as Dane Deja drives in for the dunk, first lead of the half. But Illinois only scores 6 more points the rest of the game. 60-58 Cavs. Tough day for after Shannon. Only 9 points. He coughs it up going the other way. Reese Beekman and 1. Virginia wins the tournament in the desert 70-61, and WCIA 3 Sports Director Brett Behrens has more from Vegas.
The title belt is going back to UVA after the Wahoos win the main event championship, handing Illinois its first loss of the season. The Illini had victory in sight, but will be asking themselves on the flight back what could have been after a late game collapse. Virginia went on a 13-0 run to take control and net the win. A late Scott Clark 3 was the only points in the final 3:38 for the Orange and Blue, and a shaky finish that left Coleman Hawkins confused at what went wrong.
You know, there might have been some tough calls against us. People's heads weren't focused on the right things. At the end of the day, I honestly couldn't tell you what truly happened. It just kind of went to chaos.
After scoring a game-high 29 in Friday night's win over UCLA, Terrence Shannon Jr. was held to a season-low 9 points. Jaden Epps and Hawkins were the only 2 Illini in double figures, scoring 14 and 10. Free throws a big difference in the title game. Illinois went 4 of 9 from the line. Virginia made 25 of its 32 attempts.
I thought there was a few plays where we were pretty vertical and went up and maybe didn't go our way, but we got to be ball tough, and we've got to be smarter and not foul.
Despite the loss, the Illini say they learned a lot from their trip out to the desert, playing their first high major games of the season.
I just learned we're tough, and like I said, we can compete with anybody in the country, really.
You guys hardly ever hear me happy after a loss, but I'm in a fairly good place with what can be.
So that's it from Vegas. The Illini head back to Champaign with a couple of days off before returning to the court Friday to play back-to-back home games to close out the first month of the season. Reporting from Las Vegas for your Illini Nation, Brett Behrens, WCIA 3 Sports.
All right, thanks, Brett. If you missed the post-game press conference, you can head to our website, WCIA.com, or social media to watch. You can also listen in to the 3-in-1 podcast where Brett and I will recap and talk about the Illini's weekend in Vegas. That's available wherever you listen to podcasts.